All right, I just want to say this. We don't have any sponsors, but I will say this. We have a special guest calling in that I did not want to tell my podcast host about. I think they'll appreciate this guy and they'll understand that, hey, man, this might be one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life. So here's our listener. Let's bring him on in.
Yeah, I just wanted to check back in with you. You know, that feature thing's probably not gonna work out right now. It's just got a lot going on. You know, I was all over Europe. I had to do like the Ibiza Saint-Tropez. You know, I had to live that saga of my life. You know, just on my Cristiano Ronaldo shit. You know, I had to go super yacht on him, play the new album. You know how that goes, and then I don't know. I'm back home now. You know, I just acquired like a bunch of new properties, so I'm just, you know, in the middle of negotiating those deals. And then, you know, obviously I don't really talk about this, but, you know, it's like I'm working on the side with the Ministry of Defense in Canada, so, you know, that job's just weighing heavy on me, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously, you know, I still do music too, right? So, yeah, I got a lot going on, brother. I apologize. But I'll catch you, though, for sure. I know you keep saying, oh, this is my last album. I know it's not the last one, so. Yeah, we'll get to it, man. You know, but God bless. Looking forward to hearing it.
Folks, I'm here. Well, listen, I just want to start off with this. We don't have any music. There's no intro. There's no outro. Welcome to the Modern Original Podcast. To my left, we have the Hip Hop Encyclopedia, Mr. Ricardo Meicano.
Yeah.
To my right, we have the NBA Insider, Mr. Jacob Gray. We're here to pod. We're here to pod. I'm here to pod. It sounds like I'm depressed. I'm not depressed.
No. This is the farthest thing from a depressed show.
It's the farthest thing, right? I've been ready. I was so ready. I've had numerous tests to test this album. I've listened to this album. Ricardo's not going to believe me. I've listened to this album 12 times straight since it came out. And he's look at his face. He's like, there's no way. Ricardo, I'm a madman.
That's 24 hours of the game.
Ricardo, I'm a madman.
That is 24 hours of nothing but JC on.
Listen.
JC on.
Listen. I've and to be fair, I've gone back on other separate occasions without going through the album full all the way through to listen to the Black Slim Shady. Probably 7 or 8 more times per the usual. All the way through. Nonstop.
What is wrong with you?
I love music.
You love game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You love game.
No. I wanted to really come in because look, the last time he dropped the album, we didn't have a pod yet. I didn't have the equipment for the pod. And the only person who would listen to me talk about the game was Wilson. And Wilson was like, this is a terrible album. And it wasn't. Born to Rap was amazing, right? So it's been 3 years. I've been ready to talk about this forever. Now, I gave you guys the option. We can either get my initial reaction to it from the night one, but I have so many nights. I have night 1, night 2. I have a day, and I took the real day to really get through it. But the night 1 is gonna be, you guys will laugh. So who's ready? Oh, awesome.
And more chew for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name, you know?
I was going to go first.
Okay, yes. Okay, so I
want to save the best for last.
Okay.
That's with Isaiah. I want you to go last, and I want you to go crazy.
And I won't say a word. I won't interrupt you guys at all. Go ahead.
But I want to go first. Okay? I'm going to be unbiased. I'm going to give my positive view. I'm going to give my negative view. All right, let me pull up the track list right quick. So, for people who know me quite well, or people who have listened to the show plenty enough, have will probably have a good idea that I don't like long albums. I really don't. Long albums to me are very much a negative for the most part. I feel like if you're short and concise and you get your point across in like 12 songs, 13, even 15, I'm happy with that. So this album, while I did enjoy it, the length, the 29 tracks was still a little bit too much for me. I'm not gonna lie. All right, that was already a given. Already a little bit too much. Yes.
I don't want to stop you. It was 30. Okay. It is now 29, but it was 30. But go ahead.
It was 30 because they took off the Nipsey Hussle song.
No, that would have made it 31. They've also taken off OPP by NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I did notice that. Like, because I saw it when it came out, and then I went back to check it. What was it this morning? Yeah, and it wasn't on there. And I was literally wondering. I guess like, did I delete it or did
that's
like
weird? Because that makes sense now. Because like 2 days ago, like on Monday, I wanted to listen to a song off of it, not OPP, a different one, but the save version I had in my library, I couldn't play any song, so I had to like re-save it again.
Yeah,
and it's probably for that reason. So that makes sense. I guess we can talk about that a little bit later as to why that got off the album. So let me just stay on course for now.
Go ahead.
So yes, I'm starting off with the negative. Very long album. All right, but I don't want that to take into the to the greater judgment of the album that I have, or my grade that I have for it. So I'm just gonna go through some of the highlights. All right.
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
So first song, I loved it. I thought it was actually gonna be a modern day Ice-T record.
What's the name of the song?
One Time.
Thank you. Go ahead.
When I saw Ice-T, I thought like, oh crap, did Ice-T really take a break from Law and Order SVU to lay some bars down in 2022? This is crazy. But then it was just a reinterpolation of or just a sample pretty much of just Colors. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I get it. Like his verse is pretty iconic in that song, and I get why Game want to use it for the opener, so it makes sense. Easy, of course, we already heard that many times. I still like the song, and I think I like it better on the album once it's like within like the context of things. Burning Checks, crazy. Voodoo took some time to grow on me. I think I listened to Voodoo like maybe 3 to 4 times before I was like, okay, I like this.
Question: Have both of y'all heard the sample before the game song? Like
Which one?
opening song, like Voodoo put a hex on you, 223s and a tattoo too. That's what it was.
I don't think I have.
You haven't heard that song before? It was I'm pretty sure it was a guy. He made a TikTok in jail of him singing that song a cappella. When he got out, he made the song, and that's history.
That's what he sampled. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I think that's what it was at first. I didn't really like the hook like that, but like after the second, third listen, I'm like, okay, I like the song. I'm rocking with it. So cool song. Home Invasion is crazy, of course. Outside with YG. YG's verse is really good. Game verse is crazy on that. I can't. La La Land. You mentioned La La Land right before we started, Jacob. The beat is good. The song overall, I do not like.
Nah.
I don't like this. Like that was the first song. Like everything up until then, I'm like, okay, this is the first song I don't like. But even then, it's not terrible. Like I wouldn't even say I don't like it. Maybe I should say that it was the first one that was kind of just that was okay, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the first 6 were just crazy. Change the Game, however, is the one that I for sure didn't like. Change the Game to me was just like a little bit too poppy, even though I love Ty Dolla, but it was just like, I don't know about this one. And then he's pretty much going crazy again with the How Far I Came, already a classic in my mind. Heart versus Mind, crazy. No Smoke at the Polo Lounge is crazy. No Man's Falls, insane. Like you already know that was crazy. Hearing all that. Start from Scratch 2, of course. Fortunate was all right.
Hold on.
What?
Chrome Slugs and Harmony. You skipped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love that song too. Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. You played that terrible Drake thing. I felt uncomfortable with Drake whispering in my headphones during the whole time. I was extremely uncomfortable listening to that. Or I was washing some dishes, listening to that. and I had to pause it for a moment because I couldn't take, I could not take Aubrey inhaling and exhaling in my ear talking about the Ministry of Defense any longer. Ruby Road was cool. Nikki Beach was terrible in my eyes. That's probably like one of the worst songs on there. Look at that. Nikki Beach was bad. I'm sorry. It wasn't a good song. I thought the French feature wasn't terrible. Like, I was expecting a bad French feature because I'm like, man, French features on other people's album are usually ass. But this time, it wasn't too bad. Killers, me and they kind of talked a little bit about it through text. It was all right. It wasn't too crazy. Like, Cameron verse was cool, but I feel like on its own, if it just would have been like a solo game track, that would have been cool. Black Slim Shady, I'm gonna save that for later on once we get to Dave's part. Because I still have mixed feelings about it, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save that one. Dirty Special was cool. I actually like Blueface little. I don't even know if you call it a verse, to be honest. Like I really thought he was just talking in the beginning until I realized that, oh yeah, Blueface, yeah, this is his thing. I kind of forgot that he's still kind of doing this whole little rhyme scheme, but it wasn't bad. I skipped Stupid.
Ricardo said he ain't checking for that Blueface.
I skipped Stupid. The Sean verse was cool. I gotta wait till, like I said, once we get to Black Slim Shady, I'm gonna go. That Sean mention that he made, like, no, like, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Twisted was all right. I love Say the Best for Last. I love A Father's Prayer. Universal Love is, it's okay. I really got nothing to say about Universal Love. It's cool. It's nothing. Mm-hmm. It's not the best way to end an album, but it's okay. Mm-hmm. And I did like OPP when it was on the album. I thought that was a really great song as well. I don't want to give it a grade yet. I'm still kind of digesting the album just because it's so much to get through. I've already listened to it twice. Mm-hmm. I want to listen to it one more time just to see if I really do like it, how I currently stand on it. It's a good album. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying, because I'm hearing a lot of, like, I don't know, I was surprised. I'm actually hearing a lot of negative. I thought people were going to be more positive about it, but I'm hearing a lot of people be negative about that one, but I don't know if that's mainly because of the whole Black Slim Shady thing that people are kind of dogging on the album to begin with.
It is. I'll say it. It is. It's a lot of fake hate. But
yeah, it could be just because of that, and people are just kind of dogpiling without probably even giving the album a chance. Because there's a lot of great material on it. I think overall, like I said, I think there's only like maybe 3 songs that I really don't like, and the vast majority are just the ones that I really love or I just think are okay. So that's my unbiased, short, sweet summary. And like I said, once Isaiah's come around, I'm gonna get to the BS.
Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Before you start, Jacob, hold on. Thank you, Hip Hop Encyclopedia, for your honest and always great opinion. Jacob, you have a album review for this, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I thought this, going into a game album, I'm not ever really like, I'm not Zay going into it thinking like, this is going to be the best album I've ever heard. So I'm not, and Zay probably says he's not going into it thinking that as well. But going into a game album, I'm never really having expectations because like, I really don't know what to expect, because when's like the last time we've heard like a game album like that, So like I went into it, no expectations, listened to it, got all the way to, I'm gonna be honest, got all the way to track 20 when I stopped, and I haven't gone back yet. But it not that I'm saying it's bad. I just haven't gone back to it because I've been busy. But I got to track 20, and so far, bro, listen to it. I think it has hands down capability to be album of the year, like hands down.
Hold on.
And more tune for your top, so watch how you speak.
What?
Hold
on.
Yeah, I'm with it. Like compared to other albums this year, it's gonna be hard to beat the game. It's really gonna be hard to beat. And there's like I could pick like a couple of tracks I like on there. I'm not gonna go through the whole album like Ricardo because he went through the whole album.
Yeah.
But Burning Checks, I like the drill game. Like I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Voodoo, I like Voodoo. La La Land, I enjoyed it. Ricardo didn't like the what you say you like the beat, but you didn't like anything else on it.
No.
I enjoyed the whole track. I did not like Change the Game, like the Ty Dolla Sign one. I did not. That's one I really didn't like.
Yeah.
Outside with YG, I did like that one. How Far I Came with Roddy Ricch was all right. No Smoke at the Polo Lounge was good in a way, but it was I don't know if I'm gonna go back to it. No Man's Fall and Chrome Slugs was really good, both of them. But overall, the features on this album were amazing. Like they were picked perfectly. They were in the right place. The Ty Dolla Sign feature, I feel like can be on another track. He could have put that somewhere else instead of on that specific track. But overall, I'm with it. Album of the year.
Whoa. Wait. Are you sure, Jacob?
What are you talking about?
I think you have 10 more tracks to listen to.
Oh, it's before I give album of the year?
Before you give album of the year.
Okay, that might be true.
He said what he said. He said what he said.
Look, if you think it's album of the year, that's cool.
Said
hey,
what
going to track 20. There's nothing else. No other album I could think of in 2022.
Can I ask you one question? How many songs did it take for you to skip a song?
I didn't really skip any song. I wanted to skip the Ty Dolla Sign one. Like I wanted to skip it, but I didn't. And I was gonna listen to it all the way, but I didn't skip any. Skip any.
Okay, but so what number is the Ty Dolla songs? Ty Dolla Sign song. Is that number 7?
8.
1, 2,
number 8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
So 8 tracks. So it's 8 tracks. So once you got to number 8, it's like skip.
Thinking about it. Didn't do it.
You didn't do it. But if you had
thought
to skip,
about it.
But if you had to skip one 8 songs in, that's the one you're skipping.
Yes.
Okay.
Just because I didn't feel like it wasn't the right song for Ty Dolla. And I'm a huge Ty Dolla fan. Like huge. I love anything Ty Dolla's on. But I just didn't think it fit him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions for him, Ricardo, that you have?
What was the original placement of OPP?
6.
It was
like
it's in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly. So realistically, it's like the first 8 were really good.
OPP is number 6. Ty Dolla Sign song is number 9.
Okay, so it would be number 9 would be like theoretically the first skip in a way. Yeah, because I was ready to skip it as well, but I didn't. I gave it a chance and listened to the whole thing without skipping anything. So I get it. No, I mean I don't really have any questions. I think something definitely gonna pop up in the next few minutes once Isaiah starts going off.
Probably, yeah.
But what did you think of the overall like continuity? Like, did you think it was cohesive? Did you think it had a theme? Because I think that was one of my biggest disappointments. I thought he was gonna have a bigger theme to this album, and because he called it Heart versus Mind. And I'm like, I don't feel like this is like conceptually, I don't feel anything. To me, it just sounds like albums. I mean, I just thought it was gonna be because the way he talked about it, he kept talking about like it was gonna be somewhat of a theme, but I didn't get any of that. It's good songs at the end of the day, but I don't feel like it feels like a lot of it was like he has so much material to work with, but he was also trying to pack it as much as he could. And I think some of the songs sound like he got to a point where he was like, all right, I'm just going to throw this on there because they got a hot feature. I'm going to throw this on here because they got a hot feature. Like, does it not feel like that to you at all in some ways? Just because of how bloated it is?
I mean, in certain songs, maybe. But like I said, like the features were just, in my opinion, were like the songs I listened to were in the perfect spot. And I thought he did a really good job with all the features. But as to the theme, I'm not I'm not a theme album guy. Like I
Right.
I really don't care for a theme. Like if you want to do a theme, cool, I'll listen to it. Like Drake's Electric. It wasn't a good album, but if he want to go for the theme, I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to pick my songs out of it. But when it comes to theme albums, I don't really care for them. But if you just want to do an album and throw like different, not genres, but different styles, you do, that's fine with me. Like he had a pop song in here, he had a drill song in here, he had he didn't have an R&B song, like a singy song, and that's not Game's like MO, but he had different like variations of his style, and that's what I really enjoy, and seeing him switch up the flow and switch it up, like I enjoyed that.
Which is the song? Was it La La Land? Which is the one where he was going like he was rapping like at 1,000 miles per hour at one point?
Was it La La Land?
Like towards the end, like the third verse, he just went off. Or no, it was Home Invasion. That's what it was. Home Invasion. I'm pretty sure it was Home Invasion. Like at the very end of like the second, or it could have been the third verse. He just rapped like ironically. Like a young Marshall Mathers. Like he sounded like Eminem on like as far as like the fast rap on that one. And I thought that was very impressive. But I was gonna ask Jacob, ultimately, what did you think of that Drake interlude?
Oh, that's right before I stopped. Like the song right before I stopped.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that was your first time hearing it.
I'm trying to understand the point of that interlude. It's a funny
he's Drake with braids.
I know, but like the cringe, it hurts. It hurts so much.
Do you think Game asked for a Drake feature and he was like, I do you better, I'll do the whole interlude for you, and then he sent him this and he was like, I guess, bro, I guess.
I would have been like, yo, this man really sent me him like pillow talking to me on a Game album. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Drake is pillow talking me, like he's trying to impress me. And I'm like, Drake, I love you as a rapper. You don't have to impress me, bro. I know what you've done.
Maybe I'll like it when I listen to it because how big of a Drake fan I am.
It just comes out of nowhere. It really, and that's the thing. You see the title. So you're like, oh, it's an interlude, but you still aren't ready for what you're about to listen to. That's what's so scary about it. And then you hear it, and you're like, what the hell did I just what the hell just infested my ear?
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to this.
Yeah, that's all I have. I mean, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on because we know why we're here.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think so.
The flow is yours.
What Skip Bayless say? It's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm next.
It's my turn. Why? Who was he talking to right there? I forgot.
Shannon. He was talking to Shannon.
I thought it was a guest.
No, he was talking to Shannon Sharp. All right. Drillmatic, Heart versus Mind.
Mm-hmm.
Also known to me when I first discovered this, that it was coming out in January, because I researched things and I listened to Whack 100 on Clubhouse. Initially, this was supposed to be called 30 for 30. And this was going to be Game's not farewell album, because last album was his farewell album with Born to Rap. And I believed it. The promotion, the promo that all went into it, I believed it. So when I hear 30 for 30, this was supposed to be like how Drake did his what's his playlist album that he said it's a playlist, it's not an album.
More Life.
Demo.
More Life, wasn't it?
Oh, More Life. Oh yeah, More Life.
More Life.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like this is Game's compilation of the 30 best songs that he's made since his last album that he claims. So this is a compilation album. So I want to say this to fire back at Ricardo. This is my rebuttal for that when he said Ricardo said this is not a themed album. You're right. This is a compilation album. He's said that numerous times. I'm not here to defend Game. I'm just here to put out right information and then question and also tell the Hip Hop Encyclopedia, hey, this was a compilation album. I still love you, man. I still love you. Now,
that don't make things better.
It doesn't make things better, but But I just want to inform you, it's a compilation album.
Okay.
But it's a true to true album.
Okay.
Now we are 30 songs. We have 30 songs to get through. Okay, so I'll walk you through my listening and what I went through Friday night and Saturday, because I did have a Saturday test, a car test. You have to listen to it in the car. You have to listen once on your headphones.
That's facts.
Once in the car.
That's facts.
That is facts. So my Saturday is a really nice Saturday. But Friday night, we'll start with Friday night. Now me being me, and sometimes I may be a little dramatic. I wasn't initially I didn't listen to the song at 11 o'clock. Okay, it wasn't in my mind like, oh, the game album is out. I waited till midnight, like a true real fan. I waited till midnight. I listened at midnight, and we start with One Time featuring Ice-T. This song to me is really good. I really enjoy this song. I want to say that it was so good that it made Easy, like Ricardo said, it made Easy flow better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
Easy was unskippable once I heard it one time. It was like, like the way the beat transitioned into Easy, you're like, oh damn, that's pure gold. That's pure gold. Next we have Easy. Easy, like I said, Easy was better to listen to. And then we have Burning Checks. Burning Checks,
crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
5 Foreign, amazing. I didn't know who 5 Foreign was until he told me that Mace wasn't paying him. Right? and then I hear Burning Checks. I was like, oh wow, this is good. Then we get to Voodoo. Free Trend Boy QG. Voodoo was great. The production, who did the production on Voodoo? Was that Big Duke? Produced by Big Duke. Shout out to Big Duke. Big Duke he did Voodoo and Home Invasions. So shout out to Big Duke. I really enjoyed the production of that. Musically, sonically, lyrically, I thought this is one of those game records that we've heard before, but he raps it in a way that's like, ah man, that's dope. That's dope. Home Invasion wasn't bad. It wasn't great, and it wasn't bad. Home Invasion is one of those songs that you really gotta just get into. I think the beat for Home Invasion, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling Home Invasion. But it wasn't. I like it. It wasn't skippable. I'll say that it wasn't like, oh, I just got to skip this song. No,
it's a good song. I really like it.
It was right. Next, we have OPP featuring NBA YoungBoy. Y'all know how I feel about NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy to these kids is a saint. He is the Pope. He can do no wrong.
He could do nothing.
And I tell you what, when I heard NBA YoungBoy on this record, I really respected it. I really, truly respected it. I liked it. I thought sonically, man, that's a record. That's a good record. It's not bad. It's not great either. But it's like it's solid. It's solid. It's not that can play in your car. That can play in your car.
I thought they had good chemistry too.
So yeah, that too. Now we are 6 songs in. I want to explain to you guys. This is still my Friday night. So Friday night, if you go back to Lilo and Stitch, do you guys remember the scene where Lilo was laying on the floor listening to music, and her sister was trying to get her to open the door?
Yeah.
That was me on a Friday night in pitch black dark in my room. It was pitch black. I had my TV off. I had my windows. I had my blinds closed. And I didn't even have a fan on. It's like, it might have been 80 degrees in my room. And I was just laying here listening to this album and like, man, this is what I needed to hear. All right. So right now we're at number 7, which is Outside featuring YG. It's always, when Game and YG do a record together, it's always going to sound similar. I enjoyed it, but it sounded a little similar. Then we have La La Land. La La Land, when it started with the Cowboy, if you don't know, that's Cowboy speaking. Cowboy was with Nipsey Hussle the day that he died, R.I.P. to Nipsey. It started with Cowboys talking to a young kid, and it's on YouTube, talking about, do you know any AKs and the A-Trays, and you're Xing out people's names about gangbanging. That's Cowboy in the middle. So I resonated with that because I knew where it came from. And I just thought I thought La La Land was a great record, but I'll say this about La La Land. La La Land, if you ask me to take, because I'm at the end of this review, I'll tell you what songs I would take off. La La Land is one of those songs that I'm taking off. It's in.
So you didn't like it?
The first listen, I liked it. But when you go back and you listen some more, La La Land is not one of those records that I have high up on.
Right.
Like it, I can't do it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah.
Next we have Change the Game by Ty Dolla. I like Change the Game. I like Change the Game.
It's not a good record.
It's not a good record.
It's not.
In what aspect?
I think the hook is lazy. I think the beat is not all impressive, and I think Game is rapping subpar. I think he tried to make like a pop summertime record, and it just didn't hit.
Let me ask you this: does Game sound uninspired?
Inspired? No, I think he. If there's one thing I won't say is that he sounded uninspired. I think he sounded fulfilled in every song that I heard. Mm-hmm. It sounded like he was trying to make something that he really cared about. So I don't think he sounded uninspired, but I just think the execution wasn't there on that song in particular.
Okay. I respect that. I really do. I like it. I mean, it fits. It fits him. He's always gonna have a girl record, right? This is just one of the girl records that. Yeah. It's 30 songs. It's 30 songs, bro.
Oh,
it's like,
it doesn't have to be 30 songs.
Okay.
It didn't have to be 30 songs.
Next we have How Far I Came. Amazing. Jacob's a hater. This is amazing.
I like it. It's really good.
How Far I Came should make you want to be better in life. It's a great song, great aspect of a song. All right. Then we have Heart versus Mind, the record I've been waiting to get to. Because a lot of people don't know where this comes from. I got to play it for you. I have to play the original song for you. Here we go.
I'll be so glad when the sun go down. When the sun go down. I'll be so glad when the sun go down. When the sun go down. I ain't all that sleepy, but I wanna lie down. I wanna lie down. I ain't all that sleepy, but I wanna lie down. I wanna lie down. I wanna lie down, baby. I wanna lie down. I wanna lie down. I ain't all that sleepy, but I wanna lie down. I wanna lie down.
Okay. Now, if you don't know where that comes from, it is an old Negro spiritual of slaves. When they lie down, that means they're getting ready to run to follow the Gipper. It's a slave song. I resonated with that. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And I don't know if the game knows that. I don't know if was it
Hit Boy produced that song.
Hit Boy. I don't know if Hit Boy knew that, but when they played it, I was like, "Fam, I know where it comes from. I know where it comes from." Now, I do want to give credit where credit is due for the people who re-sang this song in this. Ed Lewis and the Prisoners. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ed Lewis and the Prisoners because that's who initially created the song. But just to give you a historical background of where it came from, and me being from Pittsburgh, Texas, and me knowing where certain slave plantations were or are, and where certain slaves are buried, I felt so like, oh man, it was a great record. Then when he started rapping Heart versus Mind and what he's saying on the record, it's amazing. So I just want to give you guys a background, a historic background. Like sometimes people don't understand the stuff that they put in their records and what it means to other people. So that meant a lot to me. Then we have No Smoke at the Polo Lounge. Good gosh almighty. Do y'all know how great this was?
I was I was kind of surprised at the beat choice for that one because I've heard that sample used before, and the way the game used it was a little bit different. Because the person who used it, the people who used it prior to him was Wu-Tang.
Really?
They used that sample, and I was kind of like I said, I was kind of surprised by the beat because the game was very minimal on that song. Hardly any drums. It was very soft. Like it was pretty much like the sample itself. It sounded like he didn't really add a lot of drums to it. I did like that song. I think the Jeremiah feature was it was okay overall. I didn't think it was anything crazy, but I did like the song.
No smoking.
It was kind of mid.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No Smoke at the Polo Lounge to me brought back that old game feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it is new game feeling. But he's talking on that record. That's one of those records I feel like, man, he was really talking. I enjoyed it. Next, you have No Man Falls featuring Pusha T and 2 Chainz.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, because I enjoyed it, but I had to see how Twitter reception to that was. And I'm seeing tweets where people are saying this is the best record on the song. This is the best record on the album because it's featuring Pusha. Pusha has a
crazy verse.
Crazy verse. A lot of people respect it. I'm surprised that he had Pusha not on the album, but him being cool with Drake and being cool with Pusha. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10, Pusha's gonna say, I mean, money aside, I'll do it.
Right.
But he's cool with both sides, so I respected that he kept both of them on the album, right? And I don't know if they both knew that, but still. But No Man Falls was great. 2 Chainz verse. Was 2 Chainz verse needed?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting to see somebody like Push and 2 Chainz do a record together. I don't know if they have done. I was thinking the Good Music stuff. Yeah, they've done like Mercy. I mean, they were on Mercy together.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like
that don't really count though.
I mean, it was a Good Music compilation, but they were still on the song together. But yeah,
I would like to see them on have they done their own song together?
I don't think so. I think this is the first one I've ever heard of them. It's just them two alone. Yeah. I don't think it was bad though. I think after that Pusha verse, it's kind of hard to come with a better verse than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say Heart vs. Mine was produced by DJ Mustard. No Smoke.
Okay.
No Smoke at the Polo Lounge was produced by Bongo. By the way, shout out to Bongo. Bongo be having some hits.
He went crazy. He did a lot of documentary too.
Yes, and 1992.
Yeah.
So shout out to Bongo. Bongo be going hard. No Man's Falls was produced by Big Deuce and Sean Charles. Next we have Chrome Slugs and Harmony.
That's one of my favorite songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime Game and Lil Wayne do a record together, it's fire.
Mm-hmm.
It is fire. That is the Shaq and Penny in my eyes of hip hop. And then they added G Herbo.
Yeah.
Listen, G Herbo, I respect it, man. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. The last time I listened to a G Herbo song was Mama, I'm Sorry. Before that, it was I'm Rolling.
That's 2012. I think.
Exactly.
Where have you been, bro?
Exactly. Exactly. I gotta give respect where respect is due. G Herbo, man, you solid, man. You solid. Next, we have Start From Scratch. Initially, I didn't really like Start From Scratch, but it grew on me. It's grown on me. I've listened to 24 hours of this album. So Start From Scratch grew on me, and it was a really solid album. I forgot who produced that one. Mike Zombie. Shout out to Mike Zombie.
I like that song. The Mike Zombie beat was crazy.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that one. What We Gonna Do? What We Gonna Do was really good.
It's kind of mid.
You think kind of mid?
Yeah.
On a scale 1 to 10, what would you put it?
What we not gonna do? It's like a 6.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair.
Nah, I don't even think it was mid. I think it was just kind of not good. That background vocal, that's one of the ones I remember listening to, and I heard the and I was like, bro, ain't no way you just decided that's a good idea to put this in. Ain't no way. You enjoy that? Like you listen to hearing that in the background?
It wasn't that bad. It was pretty solid. I'm not being biased. I'm like, I'm giving you guys initial thoughts. Then we have Fortunate featuring Kanye West and Dreezy.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool.
Hey, he brought back Dreezy. What are we saying?
I thought the Dreezy feature was cool, and I like the Ye verse too. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Kanye always gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Kanye, yeah. But Fortunate, I like Fortunate. Ruby Rose was hard.
Trash.
Wow. Wow. Trash.
The only thing good about that song is the Twister verse, and that's it. You can keep the rest of it.
No, Ruby Rose is hard. I'm sorry. Ruby Rose is hard. Ruby Rose needs a music video with Ruby Rose.
You like that? You like that song?
With Ruby Rose in it. Yes, I like that. I like
that. Needs a music video.
I like to see
that
Ruby
song.
Rose. I'm sorry. I like to see Ruby Rose. Yes.
Bro, you might as well make a video for what we're not going to do before you make a video for that trash that's Ruby Rose.
I'm not done. Next we have.
I ain't gonna lie. Before we skip that, I didn't mind the song. Like, I didn't hate the song, but it wasn't like one of my favorites either.
Oh
man, that's crazy.
And then it gets worse after that.
Next we have Drake with the braids. This was really uncomfortable.
Yes.
Especially with me on a Friday night and I'm in pitch black darks and Drake is whispering in my ear.
And more tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my
So
name,
you can kind of imagine how I felt like, wait, what is this?
Does it sound like one of those voicemail songs?
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
Does it sound like one of those voicemails? Like, you know how they be?
Oh yeah,
like
that's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
Okay.
But I said that last week. I told y'all. I said Drake's not giving this man a song. I said he's going to call him on the phone. If you go back and listen to what I said last week, most of the stuff I said was true. I said Drake is going to call him on the phone and give him a voice message. That's it. That's all he could pay for. That's all E100 or not E100. Whack 100 Entertainment could pay for. Shout out to Whack 100. But I'm just saying. Next, we have Nicki Beach,
Worst song
was
on the album.
hard. No, it was
Worst
hard.
song on the album.
Nicki Beach was hard.
Worst song. That Tory hook was trash. That French verse was trash. Quit lying to yourself, Isaiah.
Nicki Beach was hard. Nicki Beach made me want to rock.
It wasn't.
It made me want to rock my hips. Pause.
That song did not
saying.
want me. That song made me want to turn off my phone.
Okay.
That what that song made me want to do.
All right. I'm still.
But I listened to it because I said I was not going to skip anything.
You're right. This is still my Friday night, so let me be honest. All right. Talk to Me Nice. Talk to Me
Amazing.
Nice was hard.
Amazing.
I'm glad him and Meek Mill made up.
Yep.
And then
that Moneybagg Yo verse was crazy too.
Yeah, and a lot of people tried to clown. They tried to clown him when they first saw Moneybagg Yo and Antonio Brown in the same room as him. They tried to clown that, but it was hard.
Yeah, I like that song. That's really good.
It was really.
It
hard.
made up for how trash Nicki Beach was to have that song right after.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thought.
Yeah.
All right, Money Cash Clothes.
I like it. That's cool.
This was great. This was great. Next, when that feature with Money Cash Clothes was with A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky was really hard.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that record. Next, we have Killers. All right, here.
It was.
I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, go ahead.
Right here, this is Friday night. This has now gotten. When I started this album, it was 12 at midnight. I started right at midnight. It is now 1:30 in the morning. Okay, I want to be honest and tell the folks. It's now 1:30 at night. And guess what happened when I started listening to Killers? I fell the fuck asleep. Excuse my language, mama. I fell the fuck asleep. Not because of Cameron and Killers. Just because this shit was long, y'all. Pause. This album was long as hell.
It was.
Okay. I'm a fan, but man, this.
What track is that? 23? Yeah, we are at 23.
Listen, when Jay-Z put out 444, it was 10 songs.
It was nice back then, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was heaven back then.
So listen, I fell asleep at track 23. I woke up the next morning and started with the Black Slim Shady.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. I went back and restarted with Money Cash Clothes because that's what I remember, and I forgot. Oh, Killers was the song I was on. All right, but we get to the Black Slim Shady. I'm not gonna cover it right now because I want to cover it with Ricardo and Jacob at the same time, or with Ricardo. Yeah. Jacob, have you listened to it?
No, I haven't listened to this this last part of the album.
Okay, so next we have, if we skip Black Slim Shady, we have Stupid. Stupid might be the worst song on this goddamn album.
Really? I'm surprised to hear that from you.
Ricardo, he's shooting a music video for this. I don't want it.
I don't mean either.
I don't want it.
I don't think the song is bad. I'm just actually surprised to hear that you don't like it.
It's not.
What universe do we live in where you think Stupid is terrible but Nikki Beach is good?
2022. That's the universe that we're living in. That's the universe that we're living. Nikki Beach is hard, bro. It's hard. But Stupid was like, what is this?
Did you like the Sean feature?
Not really. Big Sean to me hasn't been Big Sean since
it was a beat, wasn't it? That Stupid beat wasn't that good. I don't think it meshed well.
It might have been the beach. I mean,
yeah,
the beat too. Yeah, Stupid just wasn't it. So Stupid wasn't good. Next we have 38 Special. To me, he could have kept 38 Special.
That was like a minute and like what, 20 seconds?
I have it right here.
That's pretty short. It was like a minute.
2:17.
Minute 17?
2:17.
2:17. Okay.
So he could have kept 38 Special. He could have kept that. Twisted.
Boy, I want to know you. That's the Blueface song, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on the Blueface verse? Since I ain't listened to it, I want to know your opinion on it.
It was 20 seconds.
New of 38 Special. I'll say this: new generation of Bloods and Crips should not make songs together.
Why?
Fam. It was good, but I was like, nah, bro, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. I didn't want to hear that no more.
I mean, I'm glad
I gotta listen to it because I like Blueface. I like Blueface's music.
I'm glad that it was short. I appreciate that.
Right.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Y'all both trashing it.
Like, new generation of Bloods and Crips should not just make music together. I'm like, I respect it. I love what Game does, but man, that was not it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Next we have Twisted. Twisted had to grow on me, but given my initial review, Twisted was one of the songs I took off the album. So Stupid, 38 Special, and Twisted were taken off of the song. Were taken off of the album for me. If I had to make a playlist right now. Okay. Next we have Nipsey Hussle's World Tour. No one got to listen to. Nobody in the world in America gets to listen to this, but Game and Black Sam. Shout out to Black Sam.
I'm sure somebody's gonna leak it pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
So World Tours, no one got to hear. Save the Best for Last was hard.
I like that song. That's really good. Yep.
That was really good. That's the first Jay-Z sample that I knew off top. Like, oh wait, I know where this comes from.
Yeah.
And it was somehow, some way we're gonna get out of this one day. So I knew that sample. All the other samples I had to find, I had to figure out which one was which.
Right.
But Save the Best for Last, Rick Ross was hard, Game was hard. That was great. Next, we have my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yes, this is hard, bro. A Father's Prayer. I told y'all last week. What did I tell y'all last week? I said he's going to be rapping about his daughters.
He did. Yeah.
I said he's going to be rapping about his daughters.
It's a good song. I do like it.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me say this for people who don't understand my mindset and my stuff. Anytime a man says a father's prayer, he ain't praying about his son. You're not praying about your son. If you're a father and you're in your son's life, you already know what you're going to teach him. You're going to teach him the way to be a man and how to do this and how to treat women and all that. But if you're a father trying to raise a daughter, oh, I got to pray for her. She ain't going to listen to me. You see what her mama doing? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's different. So when I heard that already, I'm like, bro, he talking about his daughter. When I just saw the title, bro, he talking about his daughter. Then when he went into it and he started saying what he was saying, I was like, man, that was great. That was great. Now this is on now. Let me just skip ahead. This is my Saturday drive. I'm in the car. I'm listening to all these songs again. And when I got to A Father's Prayer, I'll be honest with you guys, I wanted to cry. That song was so deep that made me want to cry. Legit tears of joy. Like, man, he's really happy that he's a father.
Yeah.
Like,
it was definitely the daughter version of like father like son.
Exactly. I really enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed it so much. There was kids donating, or not donating. There was kids asking for money for their Pee Wee football team. I gave them $2. That's all I had in my car at the time was $2. And I gave them that, and they said what you bumping? I said the game. Oh, that sound hard. That's no lie. That's no lie. Game, you got the youth. You got the youth out here. I'm just trying to tell you. Next, we have Universal Love.
Like I said before, it was cool.
I've listened to this album for 24 hours straight. And this is the one song that I keep coming back to say, why in the hell is this on the album? I love Chloe Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Chris Brown and shout out to Cassie. But why is this here? Why is it here?
I know he had a better song that he could have closed the album with.
I know he had a better Father's Prayer should have been the closeout.
Yeah.
Father's Prayer should have been a closeout. Universal Love, bro, it's not trash, but I'm sorry. It's
underwhelming.
It's very underwhelming.
Yeah.
And then where he said, if gay is happy, then I'm Isaiah Rashad. What does that mean? Isaiah Rashad would let me not do that. But what does that
I hate
mean?
the game sometimes.
What does that mean?
You know what that means.
All right, so
yeah.
So Stupid, 38 Special, Twisted, Universal Love. There was another song on here. Killers, Stupid, 38 Killers, Stupid, 38 Special, Twisted, Universal Love, and La La Land. How many songs is that?
Stupid, Twisted, Universal Love. Like five?
5 songs. I thought I had well, if we take off OPP and we got for 5 songs. So there was 5 songs that shouldn't have been on here. To me. Now La La Land that's a toss-up song. But I'd include La La Land just to say 25 songs would have got the job done, not 30. We didn't need 30. If you want to give us 30, then do like you did with the documentary 2.5. I'm okay with that. But we didn't need 30 songs. We didn't need 31 songs. Honestly, I know the Nipsey song would have been hard, but shout out to Black Sam for not giving us 31 songs because I probably would have lost my mind.
That's what would have put you over the edge.
Yes, but on Saturday, I'll tell you this: what I did to do my car listen. I drove to a Pearland Dairy Queen, and I got a Blizzard.
Man, all the way to Pearland?
All the way from TSU to Pearland. That's like 15 minutes. Okay. Because the Dairy Queen where I'm at is trash, and they don't even flip the Blizzards. So I like when people flip my Blizzard to let me know that it's frozen. So I drove over there for a Blizzard. Then I listened to this album in the park and eating ice cream in my car, watching 2 people play basketball. This is the type of time that I'm on, Ricardo. I sat there, listened, let my car run too.
Right, because AC, you got to have it on.
For AC, Ricardo, yeah. I don't even care that gas is almost $5. I just wanted to enjoy this album, and I did. So my My grade for this album, after listening to it for 12 times, I honestly don't have a number. Is it album of the year? I don't know. I don't know if it's album of the year, but man, it's close. I don't know if it's album of the year, but man, it's close. Let me say this so we can get to the Black Slim Shady. The Black Slim Shady. I really like it, man. I really do like it. I don't like the first verse. I'll be honest. I don't like the first verse. But when he starts that second verse and he starts rapping like M all the way through and he picks up Matthew, do you know, Ricardo, I've been trying to figure out for years when is Matthew going to make a return? What is Matthew doing now?
And it happened on a game album.
And guess what? We found out, spoiler alert. I don't want to spoil it for Jacob, but spoiler alert. He shoots Matthew in the head.
Mm-hmm. She shoots him somewhere. He kills him, yeah.
Matthew's an Uber driver?
Apparently. Or a Lyft, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Listen, man, that Ricardo, I know you say your initial tweet was, is Game desperate for Eminem's attention, or it was something to that effect. I want to say no. I think it's art. I think what he did on that song would show how easy it is to rap on Eminem's level and his flow. His flow might be the easiest flow in hip hop.
What?
Honest to God. I think he's just showed he can out rap him on his own raps. And honestly, if we want to keep it a buck, Game sounds better than M while doing M.
No.
Ricardo, go back to where he started rapping about the nuns. And I got 69 nines and 69 rhymes. I'm just saying. Look at Jacob.
69 nuns, yes.
He sounds better.
But M started those flows.
Yes,
like you can't say that M's rhymes are easy to imitate when he started them in the first place. He started these rhyme schemes, he started these flows, he started the way that you flip bars and flip words. Like a lot of it doesn't happen without M. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I like the song. The song as it is, as long as hell it is 10 minutes long, it is a great song. I do think the song itself is great. I think for me, still the issue is kind of like we'll put on my tweet, like, is this attention seeking or is it just kind of like showing you, like bringing up the mirror to the light, showing you like, hey, look, I can, the same way you can diss people, I can do it too.
I think it's both. I mean, well, no, I don't think he's desperate for attention, but I think he really wants to spar with him. Let's have a sparring session.
But where did that come from? I still want to know where this came from.
The documentary 2. I'm sorry, Dr. Advocate. Not M. Dre never executive produced. He's been telling y'all that for years.
That has nothing to do with M.
It has a lot.
What does M have to do with Game career?
Who got a bigger push?
Talking about 50?
50 got a push, M got a push, but yes, who had a better push? I mean, they had bigger pushes than Game.
What do you mean, like who had a bigger push?
Like by Dre, by Interscope, by the label.
They
had bigger push
by Dre. Well, yeah, M, of course.
So Dre co-signed M more than he probably co-signed Game. After that first album.
Yeah, but that isn't M's fault.
I don't know. We don't know the behind the scenes of it, but
and if that's the reason, that's petty as hell. And I know Game is petty. I get it.
But okay,
I know he's petty, but
where would you rank this? Because I don't call it a diss track. I really don't call it a diss track. I call it a I can outdo you track.
It's a diss track, and the
where did he diss him?
he was dissing his rapping, trying to say that M is African, trying to be African. He dissed his daughter. Said that M is trying to be like Royce the 5'9". I'm like, he dissed him quite a few times. Like, I don't think they were effective disses. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, to me, and I've talked to people since the song came out, I think the best thing Eminem could do is literally not say anything.
Why?
Because we know Game wants a reaction out of him.
But he responded to. So wait. So you'll respond to MGK, but you won't respond to a real lyrical miracle person.
But I think that's what because when it comes to the MGK thing, you can clearly tell that M knows that this is not anybody on his level, and that this is just gonna be mincemeat for him. This is gonna be like, this is nothing. It's a slight word. Where Game is so left field and so obviously seeking some sort of attention on some level, that the best thing he could do is literally nothing, to not respond at all. Huh?
Wasn't it more personal with MGK though for him?
Yeah, I guess.
I think he was MGK was actually messing with his daughter.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think with Game is kind of out of left field. There's really no reason outside of, I think I'm a better rapper than you, but okay, I mean, you're a rapper. You're supposed to feel that way. Like, there's nothing real special about you thinking that you're better than M. That's cool if you want to think that. Mm-hmm. I don't think it deserved a 10-minute track. You dedicated 10 minutes to another man.
Okay, when you say it like that, don't do that. Don't do that. No, right. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. He dedicated 10 minutes worth of bars.
He did. And they were good bars. Like I said, the song to me is great. That second part, that Hit Boy beat switch up, like you said, after the little Matthew Taxi Uber interlude thing, that was crazy.
That was hard though.
That was insane. That beat switch up, and his flow and everything, and him changing up to all the different Eminem flow, that was good. I give him props all day for that. That was great.
He killed Matthew, man.
He did.
And that's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We standing in the blistering cold. I'll say this for that song, or the Black Shims Lady. That does give me a reason to listen to Stan. Mm-hmm. I'll listen to Stan and then I'll listen to that. So I'll listen to Matthew, survive and then die. So that's just me. Back to giving a grade. I don't have a grade for this, man. It's hard to give a grade out. I just think it was really good. Just a little bit, 5 songs too long. Ricardo, when Ricardo said again that it wasn't a themed album, I felt his pain in that in my first listen, but I had to remind myself this is a compilation album. It's not supposed to be theme centric. It's just supposed to be music. So I understand where Ricardo was coming from when I heard that. But all in all, it's a good album. If I had to give it a number, 1 through 10, I'll give it a 7.9.
7.9?
A 7.9.
I give it a 75. If I'm doing percentages, 75%.
Oh, okay, 75%. So
yeah. 7.5. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
A C plus.
Damn, that's hard, man. A C plus. I'll round it to a B. Fine. Give him an 80. 80%. Give him an 80. But it's not. But it's just the length. I think 30 songs is too much. 30 songs. You can't digest 30 songs. Plus, you have a 10-minute song.
You had a lot of that. You had a lot of 5-minute songs, 6-minute songs. I'm like, Game is really going for it. Like, he just doesn't have a lot of tracks. He just has long songs in general.
Yeah. So, and even Whack 100 said this earlier in the year. He says, I don't regulate Game when he makes music.
Right.
Because one day he'll feel like this, and the next day he'll feel like a whole different Game and how he wants to rap. So when I heard that, I'm thinking, oh, he's about to mix something up. He's about to mix something up, and lo and behold, it was true. This is what came out.
Mm-hmm.
So again, please go listen to the album, understand it, enjoy it. Jacob, you have some catching up to do, but I know you'll get through it. When you hear the Black Slim Shady, you'll be like, Isaiah's right, man. I like this. I like Game's M better than M's M. So I'll say this. I'll just say Universal Love. Listen, man. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Ricardo.
I mean, the name drops were crazy, bro. He mentioned Dre like 10 times alone in the whole album.
I'm glad you said that. Wait a minute. We do have stuff. I do have stats for people.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I bookmarked all these stats. Me and Ricardo,
I thought Game was like good when it came to name dropping. When I heard Red Album, when I heard Jesus Peace, when I heard Documentary 2, I thought he was like could not outdo himself when it came to the name dropping. Jesus Christ. The name dropping on this one was insane.
Okay, let me read off. This is brought to you by Hip Hop by the Numbers. Shout out to Hip Hop by the Numbers. Yep. This is it's a white dude in Australia, I think, because he got the album first. I think he stays in Australia. Yep. So the game DRILLMATIC, the game dropped 364 name drops. That's 11.7 per song, Jacob. And he said 197 different names. He said Eminem 23 times, Dr. Dre 13 times, Kanye West 13 times, Tupac 10 times, Jay-Z 9 times, Nas 7 times, 50 Cent 6 times, and he name dropped himself 6 times. Also,
Chuck.
It keeps going. The game DRILLMATIC is not projected to chart in the top 20 of Billboard's or the top 20 of Billboard's 200 in the first week. It will sell less than 19,000 copies, his lowest ever first week tally since his independent debut album. He also goes on to say it isn't even a bad album. I'm actually surprised at this. I will say this. You have to give Game credit. Game was going against Rod Wave and Meg Thee Stallion. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. I don't care who you are, what generation of rap you come from. You're not going against somebody who's on Twitter shaking their ass every 3 or 4 days now. I'm just saying it's getting kind of old. And versus a fat person who cries on record. You're not going to do it. You're not going to win.
Game was ballsy, especially nowadays when he's not really, let's call a spade a spade. Game's not really relevant like that. When it comes to mainstream, when it comes to the mainstream, Game's not really all that relevant, which is fine. Like he still has this core fan base. He still has this core audience.
Exactly.
Because when people drop, you're not about to have a 16-year-old really checking for a Game album like that. He's checking for, the last of the Slimitos, and, I guess traumatized if you really like Make the Stamina like that. So I don't know, sales wise, I don't think it's going to do that big, but like I said, it's Game in 2022. I don't expect the biggest turnout when it comes to sales.
Right. He's also announced a Australian tour a European tour, but he goes, I think it's Australia he starts off in. So he's starting a European tour for the album. He always does a Europe tour. He's really big in Europe.
I need a U.S. tour, man. I've never seen Game live. I need to go.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him in Houston or Dallas. I would.
He's come to Dallas. I'm going.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't care about work. I'm going to see Game. I will be there in full fledged.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a really solid weekend for me listening to that album. Again, just a little lengthy. Now we got songs. Again, A Father's Prayer is my favorite song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
I love that record. Jacob, when you hear that record, you're going to be like, oh, man, I get that. I digs that. So,
I think for me, it's probably No Man Falls or Burning Checks. It's between those two.
Yeah, my top three. My top 3 was A Father's Prayer, Heart versus Mind, and No Smoke at the Polo Lounge. Then 4 was Chrome Slugs and Harmony. And then 5 is either Fortunate. I mean, no, not Fortunate. So Talk to Me Nice or Talk to Me Nice, Fortunate, Ruby Rose, and Nikki Beach.
Oh my God. I was waiting for it. Like, this man said Nikki Beach. Oh
Beach,
man.
Nikki Beach, bro, Nikki Beach make you want to rock your hips. Like, hey.
I don't want to do anything but walk out the room.
You didn't like when Khaled said, "Yo, Game, they said we was never gonna be successful." You didn't like that?
No, I did not like that.
That's crazy. All right, well, I'm done with my
Nikki Beach. Now that you brought that up, Nikki Beach sounds like one of those DJ Khaled cuts that you don't care for. That if you're checking out a Khaled album, you listen to it for once and you never want to hear it ever again. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like it would have been on a Khaled album, you know, Son of Asad Part 2. I mean, Father of Asad Part 2, something like that.
You think Asad produced this record?
Possibly.
Okay. Is there anything else that we have, man? Is there anything else? Production wise, how do you feel Hit Boy did?
Production wise was solid between Hit Boy, Bongo, Mustard. Who was the other one that had a lot of production credit? What's his name?
Big Duke.
Big Duke, yeah. I think they did a great job.
Timbaland did Fortunate.
Okay.
DJ Paul did OPP.
Yeah, no, I was surprised to see DJ Paul. I think he was on like 2 or 3 songs. Shout out DJ Paul, 3 6 Mafia. That was really cool to see.
DJ Paul also did La La Land.
Okay, gotcha.
So again, great album, great production. I saw a lot of people saying, well, maybe this album would have been bigger if he would have did promotion. And I'm like, where have you been? He's been doing promotion. He's done podcast after podcast after podcast.
He has. He's been doing a lot.
He did a lot of promotion for this. So
maybe they're talking about like just, I don't know, maybe more like ads. Maybe is that what he means?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's what people are talking about.
Yeah, but he has done a lot of promotions. Yeah, he's done the podcast circuit, interviews, freestyles, everything.
He's done everything. I think he did everything. Shout out to that Dairy Queen I went out to in Pearland. No, that was a really good. That was a really good Blizzard, bro. That was. I like when I tell you I drove, bro. I drove. I passed by the cemetery, and people were burying their loved ones. I turned the album down out of respect. I pulled over to the side of the road. I'm eating my ice cream and all that. Police waved at me like, "Thank you for doing that," because people in Houston don't do that sometimes. You're like, like fam in the country, you stop. So.
For real.
So like, it's just certain things at certain times of where you heard this album, how I heard it. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Any other topics that we have, man? Like, we're an hour and 13 into it.
Game.
This is the game pod.
If you ever listen to this game, please, no more long albums, man. Just 15 songs will do.
No. Man, for your last album, drop a 50 or 60.
Please don't.
But
I don't need 30, 40, 50 songs ever in my life ever again.
But Chris Brown dropped 85 songs.
And I didn't listen to one song from that album.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Slim Jimmy, and what's the other dude's name?
Sway Lee.
Slim Jimmy and Sway Lee dropped a double joint album that was 60 songs, wasn't it?
There was 3 albums technically.
Oh, okay.
It was the Sway Lee album, it was the Slim Jimmy album, and it was the Shrem Life 3 album.
How I know Slim Jimmy before I know Sway Lee?
I don't know.
See, Slim Jimmy, I be giving you respect, bro.
Slim Jimmy's easy to remember.
Yeah.
But everybody likes Sway Lee though. That's right. Yeah.
I didn't imagine this conversation taking a race from return. But yeah, game, please, 15, 20 at the most, man. If you're gonna do the long 20, please, like cut it down by 10 tracks. Like 20 tracks, 15 to me will be perfect. You do 15, I'll be happy all day. Get a J-Rock feature, Get your money back, yo feature. Get a Kendrick feature, man. You haven't done a Kendrick feature in forever. Like.
So
I don't know. Oh, I was gonna ask one more question. Do you think games, aside from Black Sim Shady, because that was kind of the point of the song to like imitate M. Do you think he was doing a lot of his typical chameleon rhyming when it came to the features? Because I feel like I didn't really hear it that much.
I was gonna say I felt like he did with Ross
on Save the Best for Last.
Yeah, Save the Best for Last. How far I came? I don't know. No. How far I came? That was himself. Himself. So maybe you're right. Maybe I might have to re-listen to Talk to Me Nice a little bit. Just because him and Meek Mill, I could see him trying to sound like Meek. But other than that, no, his chameleon style, nah. Other than Black Slim Shady, you're probably right. You're right on the money with that one.
Which I like, because there are those, if you know Game, you know that he's infamous for putting a feature on his song and then he just sounds like him for some reason. He'll just imitate their flow. And it's just something he does, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I'm glad I heard more just the game flow that I like on this album. I didn't hear too much of the what I like to call the chameleon game.
Let me ask you this: If Game would have replied to Drake with a sleepy voice interlude,
if Game would have came right after Drake, I would have lost it. What, Game with a reply? That is crazy.
I told y'all he wouldn't get no Game. He wouldn't get no Drake feature, man. 100 was great, but
I love 100.
I don't know if it's hard to top 100. It's just he wasn't gonna get that.
That's one of my favorite Drake features, man. I love that song.
Do we have any more topics? Or that?
I'm tired out. Okay. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
Nothing else.
Great Game album, but just please, just stop with the long track list.
We got to end this with a Father's Prayer, man.
Father's Prayer.
This is one of the best instrumentals. Shout out to Hit Boy. Like I said, we're really done. We're done. Next week we'll be back. It'll also be the first week of college.
Mm-hmm.
So school starts for college people. As of right now, my schedule seems open. I don't think we have a soccer game, so I should be here. Also, shout out to Texas Southern Athletics. I now have a championship ring, guys.
Hey, that's lit. Hey, that's
let's get
lit.
it.
It's an NCAA.
It's crazy.
It's an NCAA tournament ring. I'm a champion now.
Yeah, that's hard.
So shout out to them. They surprised. They gave it to me today. They told me they were gonna do it because they had to get my ring size, but I didn't know it was gonna be a men's basketball ring. So shout out to our men's basketball team. Great season. They always do pretty good. But yeah, go listen to the Game album. Support it. Love it. Do all that great stuff. I know Nas is in the background like, he's not the king of hip hop. Yes, he is. He's the king of California right now.
Nas was supposed to be on the album too, apparently.
I believe that.
That was supposed to tie into the whole drill Matic thing. That was supposed to tie into like the Illmatic kind of thing. He was supposed to be on a song with Game. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I would have loved to hear that song. Apparently it's somewhere out there. I mean, I don't know. We should probably like harass Whack and see if he'll drop it. I don't know.
Let me ask you this before we go. Did Fabio Foreign sound so... I'll be honest with you, without listening to the name titles when I was listening to it Friday night, I thought Fabio Foreign was Pop Smoke.
Yeah, because yeah. They have those Fabio, Pop, and what's that other guy? Sleepy Hollow and one other one.
Chef
they
G?
have that. Yeah, him. Yeah. They all four have that. Thick.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Voice.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I was sitting there like, fam, is that Pop Smoke? I was like, oh wow, this is really good. And it looks like, oh, it's Fabio Foreign. Like, oh, okay. I really thought that was Pop. Like, you know. So I don't know what music videos are. I know one music video which is gonna be stupid, and I don't want to see it.
Out of all these songs, why? Why stupid?
That I don't want to see, or why is he picking stupid?
Burning Checks, Heart versus Mind, No Man Fall. There's so many. You have 30 song game. Why that one?
How far I come? How far I came? How far I came? Yeah. They'll smoke in the Polo Lounge. They don't want to listen to us. But hey, Jacob, you good? Anything else you want to say?
No, I don't have any sports takes right now.
Okay.
Nothing's really starting up.
Ricardo,
dude, one thing though.
What's up?
Dude, the Rangers fired their president and their coach in the same the 2 days. That's crazy to think about. The Rangers going through it right now. I hope the Rangers find out and they figure out what they're doing, because that's crazy.
Shout out to my boy Jordan Alvarez. Shout out to Jose Altuve. Yeah. Big Gee. You know, yeah. Shout out to the Astros, baby. Yeah, we big money over here. Shout out to Jim Crane. So, Ricardo, anything do you have?
No.
Any plans?
Skip Nikki Beach all day. And and some of the other songs that I don't like. That's about it.
Okay. Lastly, I'll say this: he didn't bring up Hove. He barely brought up Hove.
He brought up Hove like what, 5 times?
Five or 6 times, but still, he did.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I peeped the S dot verse and all that stuff he was talking about. Yeah,
he didn't even ask for a feature this time. Maybe he's over it. But Ricardo, I'll say this. I'm done. I'm Isaiah Thornton. That's Jacob Gray. This is Ricardo Maycano that's going to talk. So Ricardo, you can take us away. You can take us out.
All right.
Just don't disrespect Nikki Beach while you're doing it. Now, and I just want to say this again. I can't do this podcast without you two amazing fellows. You guys had a really great take. The take I wasn't even thinking about, but man, you guys did really good. So again, that's it for me. That's it for Jacob. Ricardo, go ahead.
All right. You already know what it was. We're not black. We're not white. We're not listening to Nikki Beach. This has been the Minority Agenda Podcast, and we are out.
Yeah.